Hey, IDs, I just wanted to connect on the mobile learn discussion that we had last week. Once again, this is a really good one because it's one that really connects with us in so many different levels. The good thing about this, especially for our course, is that the Blackboard um, app that is now available, that hopefully you had a chance to use last week, is an upgraded version from the one that we had previously. The original one wasn't really as strong as this one, and the uses that it provides is pretty darn good. And I noticed that some of the observations that you made spoke to that. I mean, one of the great things, all right, just talking about some advantages, some challenges, and maybe some kind of disadvantages. That's what I was kind of getting out of the discussion, was there's kind of like three of them. Um, and that is, the Blackboard mobile app is something that makes, obviously, it's very accessible. And you can just go in and you can just have a quick look at things, check your grades, check a discussion. If you had if somebody responded to your discussion, you'd be able to be able to know that. You can respond quickly to it. So that accessibility is really an important thing for that. Another thing is that it's a great way to hold yourself accountable. And I think one of the cool observations made was that if I have a chance and an opportunity and have the time uh, to check my Facebook and check my Instagram accounts, or Snapchats, I don't know, whatever. That can be part of it. I mean, hitting up your Blackboard app can be part of your routine. Um, and so it can become part of your routine. It can become part of your own accountability to make sure you're checking in with the course. Um, so that's a good thing. You don't have to go in. You have to log in, like on the computer and things like that. So that's an advantage, obviously. One of the comments that I found to be really powerful was this sense of being more in control of my own learning. Was one of the observation of the comments that was made. I thought that was really powerful. It is. It puts you in control. It's a pretty amazing thing. Um, so what about the challenges? The challenges for us are that the digital native generation is kind of expecting mobility as a part of e-learning, or as part of online courses. Um, so there's a demand, there's a drive for that. Students, of the younger age are looking for that because that's what they've grown used to. So, you know, folks of our elder generation who are not included in that particular generation, you need to be able to respond to it. And so that's one of the things that that's a challenge for me as an instructor for this course, uh, is to make sure there is some component of mobile accessibility for that. All right. So now, what about some of the things that are kind of not so positive? Well, it appears, and this was brought out in the discussion, that the social network of, through the internet, through texting, through email, has made it so that social connections between persons is kind of not as strong as it used to be, right? It's so sometimes people are having conversations with somebody sitting right next to them through the mobile phone, right? To the chats that way. I've heard stories of mums and kids exclusively, or teenagers in particular, communicating with their parents exclusively through the mobile phone. And so these social graces are kind of being lost. And when that happens in that way, it spills over to learning too, the social skills of learning, right? Getting into a room, discussing something with a person face to face has always been the way to really get at some collaboration and really, problem solve and get through some things. So sometimes there may be something about over a hindrance on doing it mobily, and maybe something that's maybe a challenge for us. Along those same lines, and this is something my brother said when he first got his first iPhone, and it was given to him through his work, was that I'm constantly tethered to work now, because of the mobile phone. And that really kind of resonated with me. It's really hard now to unplug from mobile devices, whether it be the tablet, whether it be the phone. People are constantly on it. and it's become behavioral, right? And so finding a way just to kind of distance yourself and get away from it ends up being something of a challenge. So there's that. Another thing, and this is a rather technical one, but it's one that's always a concern. That is like the integration between the mobile devices and, say, with the Blackboard, a Blackboard LMS, that's on the website and things like that, and integration with, say, with other tools like with Articulate Storyline things, and with Captivates and things like that. These things that are normally plugins for the learning management system sometimes don't cooperate as equally well with the mobile device, and I think that's kind of in the make, so to speak. But in the immediacy of it all, sometimes it gets frustrating for students that are trying to consume the material, that they can't get certain things. So there's that. Really good discussion. I'm really thankful that you took some time and added into that, and shared your concerns and your advantages and disadvantages, your challenges and things like that. And so I hope you had a really good mobile week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.